Jaedong. Yes, the Zerg Master has arrived. And as usual, Jaedong is Oz's last hope. Not a very well-rounded team, but they've done pretty well to get to the second place spot this season. Here we go. Except, over at the 10 o'clock position, in yellow is Jaedong. That means over at the 2 o'clock in red is S2. Sorry, S2 fans. I'm sure there's some S2 fans out there. But yeah, as I said, Jaedong is their last hope. If S2 wins this, SKT moves to the finals. So things are not looking good for Oz, although they're placing their last hopes, and probably the best person to place your last hopes in, Jaedong, who works so well under pressure. Jaedong has just been, I'm sure, backstage, just fired up, just like, come on, send me out, coach. Cut me. Even before he gets punched, he's like, cut me. Anyway, just do it. Don't even ask me questions, man. So, alright, let's focus on the builds that are very important at this stage in ZVZ. So the Overlord coming out for Jaedong, Overlord coming out for S2. And Jaedong is definitely not invincible in ZVZ anymore. S2 could get this done. I mean, ever since Hyuk took down Jaedong in the Pro League Finals, he has not been invincible, as he used to be. Oh, the little larvae trick again. Look at him moving to the left. Whee! We like it at the left. But, alright, let's see what happens now. Oh, I think we're going to see 12-something from Jaedong, 12-something from S2 at the same side, 12 pull from S2, it seems. Or is he moving out with that drone? He's moving out. We're going to see a 12 hatch from both. Interesting macro build from both. I love to see this kind of risky play from Zerg players. Of course, it's that kind of risky play that caused that Hyuk loss that I talked about in the Pro League Finals. I believe the map was Outsider, so it was a 3-player map, a little bit different situation. I mean, why would you go for a 12 hatch on a 3-player map? It's just incredibly risky. I can't believe that Jaedong did it. That's probably the reason he did go for that against Hyuk, thinking, well, no one's going to expect this. Who in the right mind would expect something like this? Hyuk is going to go for such an easy, safe build since it's the finals and everything, but he did not. I believe he went for a 9-pull or an over-pull build and just took Jaedong to town. That was bad. That was a bad finals for Oz because Jaedong lost, I think, 3 times. Yeah, he lost in the first day. This is back when Pro League was like 1 day, 2 day. I'm not sure if they do that anymore. They obviously don't do it for the Winners League anymore. But, yeah, it was the first day, lost to Fantasy. That was an epic game, though. Jaedong played his heart out, and it was fantastic. And the second day, he lost against Hyuk and Fantasy again. So, Fantasy is just his comedic foil, it seems. Very similar builds from both. Over here, as you see the layer coming up on both sides of the map. But as I've been reading, when MSL was having its ZVZ final, MBC was trying to hype everyone up for that final because it's hard for people to get hyped for ZVZ. I know I've read some comments on people who say that it's their favorite matchup, but it's very few people's favorite matchup to watch. Even though I think it's a very good matchup, I've come to appreciate the matchup over the years. Even though it's very difficult to commentate, it's fun to watch because it's just so fast and chaotic. Not to mention that Hivetech is starting to sneak in, not very often that is sneaking in, but it is sneaking in, which makes it more interesting, I think. But Jaedong, it looks like he's going to do a run by with these Zerglings. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get any damage done, though. He's looking for drones to kill. He doesn't find any, so he's trying to keep away from those Zerglings at the same time. But now Jaedong snuck inside of the main, and S2 is going to have to defend his front against some reinforcements from Jaedong that are running around. So no damage yet, but Jaedong is in prime position to do a drone snipe, which is so important in ZVZ. If you snipe one drone, you might win, basically. Just keeping up a healthy drone count is so important in this matchup. But now Jaedong looks like he's going to be surrounded and taken down, I think, by the players. I think both players have Zergling speed now, so yeah, it's going to be easier to take down Jaedong's annoying Zerglings In the middle, yep, the Zerglings go down. As the Spire is coming up, though, so Jaedong at least did get somewhat of a scout. Even, I guess he has the Overlords at each of the bases, so that doesn't matter too much. But Jaedong is preparing. Both players getting in a lot of Zerglings for that initial push, because they don't need to spend too many of those minerals on the first Mutalisks that come out. So it's good to spend them on that ground army and push the front where you can. Find Zergling kills where you can. Nice little snipe from Jaedong on 2 Zerglings that tried to do the run by. So S2 is going to have to be a little bit more creative to get by Jaedong if he wants to do that. He might have to go down into the middle of the map, then skirt his way up diagonally to Jaedong's base. But that's going to be difficult now because Jaedong is putting on the pressure, working his way towards this natural. Let's see if no, S2 is not putting down a Sunken colony or anything, so he's just going to defend with Zerglings. Try his best to defend with these Zerglings. Jaedong moving in. Oh, he's facing a pretty huge arc, though, so yeah, Jaedong got a... Oh, I thought he was going to force his way back, but he's trying to create an arc of his own here. Very difficult to do, but the reinforcement Zerglings arriving at just the right time, and I think that Jaedong might be able to clean this up if he can surround these Zerglings, but no, deciding to run in and go for the drones now. Since the first Mutalisk is out, this troop is going to be fended off eventually, but Jaedong's got to make use of this time, snipe some drones. He gets 1 drone snipe, going for another. God, gets a 2nd drone snipe, so I think that run by was worth it. He's still in with another Zergling, actually, which is going to draw these Mutalisks, keep them inside the main for a longer period of time, and keep Jaedong's bases safer, which is exactly what he wanted to do. So I'd say Jaedong is in the better position now, not to mention he is mining with more drones, because I don't think he's lost any drones yet to any attacks from S2. So S2 is going to have to decide, well, am I going for all Mutalisks, all troops to end this thing, or should I drone back up a little bit? That's always a difficult decision to make in ZVZ. If you go for the game ender, you have to get a lot of damage done and kill a lot of drones to even things back up. But Jaedong content to play defensively, and unless he can go out here and find the Mutalist. Oh, I think he's going to find them and land a couple of Scourge. He does have the Scourge trap ready. Lands the Scourge. S2 goes down. Another couple of Scourge going in for Jaedong. So he's positioned himself behind this natural expansion. Backing off after getting 1 drone snipe. So he's getting these small little attacks done, killing drones left and right. And that's slowly but surely putting him at the top spot in this game. But here comes, very quick reaction from Jaedong to run away with his drones from that natural, because he would have lost pretty much all of his drones there if he hadn't run away. So it was very smart of him to do that. Good reactions. It lands another couple of Scourge. I think more Scourge landed to Jaedong. As long as he can snipe the Scourge from S2, I think he will be able to fend back these mutas. He already fends back the mutas, so... Not to mention keeping all of his drones alive. I think that's paramount right now for Jaedong, since he sniped so many drones on the other side. Yep, so S2 forced to... yeah, you can tell his drone saturation is pretty horrible. He hasn't hatched any more drones. So he's not droning up. He's going straight for his Mutalisk to defend himself. But here comes a big attack. He's working mostly with Scourge, S2 is, so he's going to try to get a nice Scourge trap, land that on Jaedong. Easier said than done, though, as Jaedong is very good at fending off Scourge, landing Scourge of his own. He gets rid of all of S2's Scourge. And I think this is going to be it, because Jaedong, I'm sure he has massively more... massively more mutas than S2 does. So S2 is completely screwed now, has no mutas out whatsoever. He's going in for a couple of drone snipes, but Jaedong is on top of his drone micro. He's probably only going to lose a couple there as he fends back these Zerglings, mostly with drones, and keeping in there, keeping away the Scourge. So that's going to be it. Yep, GG from S2. Dong takes the kill. But Jaedong is going to have to carry this home by himself against some really heavy hitter players that SKT still has. SKT still has Best, they still have Fantasy, they still have Bisu. All of their best players have not played yet. So this is going to be a mountain to climb for Jaedong. But if anyone can do it, Jaedong can. Let's move on to set 6.